Hello everybody and welcome back to ADmiral Presents and to another episode of my thoughts so far. I guess I will, these kind of videos I will keep the title for them. Last time I did this kind of video I had quite a lot to say. I'm not sure how long this video will be, but I guess it will be much shorter, because I just wanted to let you know some additional thoughts of mine in regards of the episode Rosa. I talked a little bit after my reaction about my thoughts about that episode, and I had some additional, let's call it, thoughts and ideas about, especially about one particular scene. And I would say, first I told you that I wasn't too impressed by the villain. His name is, I think, Cresco. But, and that's a big but, maybe if he comes back, maybe then I will a little bit more impressed and I'm willing to forgive his lack of being threatening. Yes, he threatens Earth history, that's right, but it doesn't feel it doesn't feel really that big of an how can I tell that? It doesn't feel urgent. Not really urgent. Yes, the Doctor and her companions have to do something to prevent that Rosa Parks isn't able to do what she had to do. But nonetheless, it's a thing that I feel so far with all of the, let's call them, villains. They're not really that. It doesn't feel like they are really that big of a threat. But maybe just this is just me. But I wanted to talk about something else in regard to Cresco and a specific scene in the episode Rosa. I mean that scene when he is on the street with his car, Cresco, and Ryan comes to him and try to get him out of the way so the bus can doesn't get stopped there. And Cresco says something that I had to think twice about, because maybe I'm the only one who thinks that way, but he says, I think he says, I will stop your kind before your kind can go above themselves, something like that. Sorry if that not 100% correct. He could mean two things with that when he said your kind. I think we all thought or think he meant Ryan when he said your kind, and Ryan, and specifically Ryan, because he's a colored person. And we all thought, because of the theme of the entire episode, that Cresco means that. He means his skin color when he said your kind. But maybe he's meaning mankind. He wanted to prevent that mankind can stand up, evolve, maybe go out in the galaxy. I don't know who's running Stone Cage facility. The facility they had them in a cell for how many years, I don't know, and put him that implant in so he can't kill anybody. But maybe mankind, the humans, are running Stone Cage facility, and what he is doing, he tries to prevent mankind to involve and go to the stars, so that they will not able to stop him in the future, because there will be no Stone Cage without mankind in the universe. Maybe that's a little bit too far-fetched, but I couldn't stop thinking about that. Maybe did somebody else talked about that in other videos? You guys, I'm sure you guys who is watching this video are watched other videos in regards to that episode on YouTube. Maybe you know more about that. Maybe somebody else caught that also, or thought that could be something here. But maybe it's just me and it's nothing. But I wanted to share that thought of mine with you and hear what you have to say about that. And another, maybe a smaller point, maybe it's again nothing, but that suitcase of Cresco that we saw in the episode, there was for one shot, very prominently we could see some letters on it. It was a G, F and a B. So I would think that the initials of the person who owned that suitcase, or maybe a person, or maybe an organization or something like that who owns that suitcase. I am not sure if he robbed somebody in the future and used that, and that's completely meaningless. But I can think that's it meaningless, because why show that? It could be some ordinary suitcase with no letters on it, so why showing that so directly into the camera if nothing behind that? I come to the belief that Chris Chibnall is trying to play here with us a little bit and give us clues for something that will happen in the future. Maybe. I will hope that's the case. Otherwise, why is this there? I don't believe that is unintentional there. Nothing on the screen is unintentional there. It has a meaning. Somebody thought about it beforehand, and it got preparation for that stuff, for that suitcase. They had to make that suitcase or alternate it so it is for the episode. It is you get to see it in the episode in the way they want you to see it. That is, maybe that's a little bit too complicated on my side here, but again, maybe there is nothing there, but I wanted to share that with you because I think it's not completely unimportant to talk about that, and I don't want to overdo the time before I start in my next video for my next reaction and talk about all of that, and so I thought it would be probably a good idea to talk it in a separate video like this. Somebody asked me in the comments for Rosa if I got that quote in regards to the vortex manipulator, cheap and nasty time travel. I got that. I think I wrote that back that I got that. On one hand, I'm happy with quotes and callbacks to Doctor Who's history, totally. I'm just a little bit concerned we get a little bit too much of it. Maybe not, this is just maybe Chris Chibnall thought for the first couple of episodes to ensure the fans that he knows what he's doing. He puts that stuff in, and in general I like that. I have a little bit the fear he could do too much of that, especially with that quote, because it sounded very like Missy. I know that is a direct quote from Missy from that episode. I think it was The Magician's Apprentice. That's the title of the episode. And even how the Doctor said that lines, it sounded very like Missy would do that. So I'm not 100% comfortable with that, but it's not really important. Just wanted to mention that as well. Yeah, I think I talked about the companions in the episode Rosa before a little bit. I said that I really liked their interaction here, and it really felt everybody had a little bit more to do to solve the problem, and had a bit more screen time and lines besides Graham, because I think as far as I know it right now, I think everybody likes Graham. And he seemed, even if he does nothing very in a big way, he seemed always a little bit prominent in the background. Maybe that's the actor. That's the fault in a positive way of the actor, that he shines a little bit more than the other two. Not that I don't like the other two, but so far, always when I think about the companions, I have to think first of Graham. That's not a bad thing, but I'm quite sure the other ones will shine as well. Yeah, they did it in Rosa, like I said before, a bit more than in the first two, and I'm sure they will be in the next episodes. Yeah, and yeah, tomorrow we will get the next episode, Arachnids in the UK. Sorry if I didn't pronounce that right. I know, spiders in the UK. I have no problem with spiders. They're not the nicest creatures on Earth necessary, but I don't need them personally. But okay, let's see what we will get there with that episode. Interesting title so far. Maybe a spider invasion or something like that. Crazy spiders. As always, it would be great to hear from you what you think about my thoughts regarding to Cresco and what he meant with your kind. Do you think I'm here on a totally wrong path? Or is that idea crazy? Maybe it is. Okay. And by the way, I have a little... I made a little video, a little trailer. Maybe you have seen my old Quantum Leap trailer with that Quantum Breach trailer, that crossover, Star Trek Doctor Who crossover. I did another one. Maybe you're interested in check that out as well. I think it's worth your time. And yeah, I see you in one of my other videos, and I wish you a good night, good day, or whenever you watch this. See you. Bye.